Welcome everyone. Today's practice is about releasing the lower back, and we will need a yoga strap or a scarf and a yoga block or a pillow, a thick pillow. So let's start. Let's lay down on the back. The feet are as wide as the mat. Bring the knees together. Place the hands on top of the belly and bring the chin towards the chest to lengthen the back of the neck. Shoulders relax. And feel your body really heavy on the floor. Feel yourself fully supported by the ground beneath you. Start to tune in to your own breath. Slowing down the breath, making it soft, smooth, and deep. Lengthen the breath and let it travel from the nostrils to the pelvis, and then from the pelvis to the nostrils. Feel the whole body with the breath and notice how the body responds each time we breathe in, and each time we breathe out. Become aware of the belly rising and the ribcage expanding with the inhale. And of the belly softening and the ribcage gently contracting each time we exhale. Keep on tuning in. Keep on listening to the body and listening to your own breath. You're going to start to move. You can keep your eyes closed or open. So on your next inhale, bring the feet to parallel, as wide as the hips. Come to the tippy toes, and then hug your knees towards the chest, one hand on each shin, and gently bring the knees towards the heart. Gently squeezing. Then exhale. Then place one hand on top of each knee. Now the knees are in line with your hips. And make small circles. Really small circles. And you probably feel the triangular shape of your sacrum bone. And change direction. Small movements. Kind movements. Beautiful. And now hold the left knee towards your left shoulder as the right leg stretches towards the front of the mat. Right toes point towards the ceiling. The right heel digs a hole on the floor, opening the front of the thigh, your hip flexing. Stay here and breathe. If you want, you can make circles with your ankles. One direction, the other direction. Beautiful. Then bring the right leg back towards the heart and start stretching the left leg towards the front of the mat. Gradually noticing what's happening in your lower back. If this is too much to work with the legs straight, then work with bent knee. Flex the toes, so left toes point towards the ceiling and really press the left heel down, opening the front of the thighs. That's beautiful. Couple of breaths here. Letting the breath open and repeat. Inhale both knees towards the chest, hard and gently. And then exhale, release. Grab the scarf or the strap and place the strap on the arch of the feet and gently, gradually start stretching the feet towards the ceiling. Now, for some of us, this is not available. So some of us will be like so, and that's okay. So what if you feel that you cannot stretch the legs straight, then bend the knees and please make sure that your knees are in line with your hips. You want to stack the bones in order for the gravity or the weight of the body to flow directly to the floor and not on the joints. So everyone else, please, ankles in line with the knees, knees in line with the hips. We're holding the strap, each end of the strap on the left and right hand. I like to have my elbows on the floor so that I can open the collarbones wide and relax the shoulders. And we're staying here for a few breaths, just letting the back of the legs open gradually, the hamstrings, the calf muscles, and the Achilles tendon. Supta Palangushtasana. We're going to do all three variations. And it's a great pose to rebalance the pelvis and lower back. Beautiful. Now release the right leg from the strap and place the right foot down. Start lengthening and straightening the right leg towards the front of the mat. If this is too much, then work with your knees bent, as we did for the previous pose. If it's okay, if you don't notice any shifts in the pelvis, then stretch the leg, flex the toes, and really press the heel down, the right heel down. Beautiful. Now, hold the strap. Bring both ends of the strap to your right hand and hook the left thumb on the left hip crease, gently guiding the left hip towards the front of the mat. Take a big inhale here, and as you exhale, start moving the left leg towards the right. Don't be surprised if this is going to be just a minor movement, a very little movement, because soon enough you'll hear your IT band and probably also your glutes talking to you, or sometimes screaming. So customize the stretch to what your body is telling you now. So if you move the legs away from you, the stretch is less intense. If you move your leg closer to you, it becomes more intense. So just, again, listen to what the body is telling you. This pose is very useful for those who run, who cycle, or even sit for many hours during the day. Inhale, come back to center. Bring down both straps to your left hand now. Then bend the right knee and bring the right knee in line with your left knee. And your right ankle is in line with your right knee. Yeah. So we are forming an L shape. rotate the left leg from within the hip socket. So the foot is pointing to an angle towards the front of the mat. So we're going to open and close the legs dynamically. So in out to the center, exhale, open. 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 Two more. In out to the center, exhale, open. In out to the center, exhale, open. And we're going to stay here for 10 seconds. Check what's happening in your lower back, in the pelvis, and make sure both sides of the pelvis, so the weight of your body is equally distributed between both sides of the pelvis. Holding it for 8, for 9, for 10, and then exhale. Bring both knees towards the center and both feet under the strap. Hold the strap with each hand. And now notice how the legs feel. Notice if one leg feels different to the other. I usually feel, in this case, the left leg a little bit lighter and a little bit longer. I hope you feel the same. But it's no problem if you don't feel anything. So, same thing on the other side. Release the left foot from the strap and start stretching the left leg towards the front of the mat. Flex the toes and dig a hole with your left ankle. Heel with the left heel. Press the left heel down and check, is this too much? Is the pelvis shifting? Am I feeling a sensation that is too strong on the lower back? If that's the case, work with your knee bend. Otherwise, stretch the foot and the leg. Stay here for a few breaths, letting the front of the left thigh open. And go back to the breath, lengthening and deepening the breath. Now hold both ends of the strap in your left hand. Hook the right thumb on the right hip crease and gently move the hip towards the front of the mat. Lengthening basically the right side of the waist. Inhale to the center and then exhale. Guide the leg towards the left. And again, don't be surprised, this is not a big movement. And also, it's very normal that one leg is different to the other. So maybe with one leg you were able to go much farther. That's normal. So stay here and breathe. And if this is too much, move the leg away from you. Bring it closer if you want to have a stronger stretch. This is a very powerful pose that really helps opening up and softening and loosening tightness in the hip and the mighty band and glutes. Inhale, come back to the center. Hold the strap with your right hand. And now bend the left knee, bring it in line with your right one. Left ankle in line with your left knee. And then turn the right leg from within the hip socket. We are going to move dynamically, opening and closing the leg. Inhale to the center, exhale. Inhale to the center, exhale. Inhale to the center, exhale. open. Inhale to the center. Exhale, open. Inhale to the center. Exhale, open. Inhale to the center. Exhale, open. Last two. Inhale to the center. Exhale, open. And we are going to stay for 1, for 2, for 3, for 4, for 5, for 6, for 7, for 8, for 9, for 10. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to the center. Both feet under the strap, each end of the strap. With one hand, and just stay here for a couple of breaths, listening to what your lower back has to say to you. Beautiful. Bend the knees, remove the strap. We are not going to use it again for this class, so put it aside. Now hold the knees tightly towards the chest and then release. Then bring the ankle, the left ankle on top of the right thigh. We're going for thread the needle. Thread the needle is again a very good pose to help lower back discomfort because we are mobilizing the hips. When the hips are tight, then they pull on the lower back. So you can stay here. You can gently guide the left knee towards the front of the mat. If you want to go any further, bring the right knee towards the right shoulder. Left foot is flexed to protect the knee joint, left knee joint. Now, I know some people like to hold the back of the thigh. Use the strap if you feel the urge to do so. So hopefully you didn't put the strap too far away from you. Shoulders are relaxed, back is relaxed, neck is relaxed. And breathe, send the breath to the tight spots. And now we're just going to twist. So we are going to bring this whole leg unit towards your right side. So take a big inhale to the center, and as I exhale, I just bring the leg towards the right until the left foot touches the floor. Both shoulders are on the floor, and then stretch the left arm towards the back of the mat. And reach for something, and you can turn your neck and look at your left armpit, stretching the whole left side of the body. And breathe. Breathe fully and softly. Inhale, bring the head to the center, the arm lowers, and then pull the legs towards the center. Let's change side. So left or right ankle on top of the left thigh. Gently guide the knee towards the right knee towards the front of the mat. You can stay here, or if you want to increase the stretch, bring your left knee towards the left shoulder. Right foot is flexed to protect the knee, very important. If you want, you can start. The more you bring the left knee towards the left shoulder, the more you open the right hip. Breathe deeply, listening to what the body is telling you. And you can stay in this pose even 3 minutes. I'm not going to keep you 3 minutes, don't worry. But each of the poses that we are doing today are gentle, and you can stay in the pose for 1 minute, 3 minutes. So we're gonna twist. So we take a big inhale to the center, and as we exhale, we bring the whole leg unit towards the left. Beautiful. Until the right foot touches the floor. Then stretch the right arm towards the front of the mat. And if you want, you can look at your right armpit. Stretching the whole left side of the body. And sending the breath towards the right side of the torso. Opening the intercostal muscles, opening the waist. Couple of breaths here. Inhale. Bring the head to the center, lower the arm, and then bring the legs to the center. Beautiful. Both feet on the floor. Lift the hips and lower them down. Last two poses. Bring the block or the pillow and place it under the sacrum, under the pelvis. Okay. And then we start stretching the right leg gradually towards the front of the mat. Flex the toes. And press the right heel down. Check what's happening in your lower back. This may be plenty. We're really opening now the whole front of the thigh and your hip flexors, the psoas and the other hip flexors. As I said, this might be plenty. If you want to go any further with the stretch, you can start bringing the left knee towards your left shoulder. And you notice that the more you bring the left knee towards the left shoulder, the more you stretch the whole front of the thigh. And again, if you want to add a lateral stretch, you also stretch the right arm towards the back of the mat. And breathe, letting the whole right side of the body opening and letting. Inhale, bring the hand down. Place the exhale, place the left foot down, and then bring the right knee to join the left one, other side. So bring the start lengthening the left foot and leg towards the front of the mat, and these may be enough, as we said. Check that the weight of the body is equally distributed between the two sides of the pelvis. Yes. Flex the toes, the left toes. Press the left heel down. And then if you feel you want to go further, bring the right knee towards the right shoulder. Move gradually, gently. Always listening to how the body responds to the movement. Then The more you bring the right knee towards the right shoulder, the more you open the left hip flexor, so the front of the thigh. Breathe deeply. Breathe fully. If you want to increase the stretch, bring the left arm towards the back of the mat. And let the whole left side of the body open and become a little bit longer. Couple of breaths here. And then bring the arm back towards the midline of the body. And then the left knee, the left foot on the floor, and the right foot on the floor. Your knees are as wide as your inner hips. Stay here for a second. Then remove the block from under the pelvis. Lower the hips down. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Then bring the feet as wide as the mat. And reach wide of the legs. Inhale out. Exhale towards the left. Inhale out. Exhale towards the right. Inhale out. Exhale towards the left. Inhale out. Exhale towards the right. Inhale out. Last two. Exhale towards the left. Inhale out. Exhale towards the right. Inhale up. And stay here. Bring the feet as wide as the hips. Palms face out, arms are alongside the body, more or less 45 degrees away from the body. And start to lengthen the breath, slowing down. Close the eyes and tune into the breath. Try to bring some gentle movement to the body, and rolling the head from side to side, wriggling the fingers, wriggling the toes, and then curl up into a fetal position on your right side, making yourself small. Then pushing the floor away with your left hand, come up to sitting cross-legged. Inhale, stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. Join the palm at the top and bring the hands towards the heart and chin towards the chest. Namaste. Hope you enjoyed the practice.